Well, hello there, friends. I do believe that we're live. Coming to you from what many consider to be a classic VR puzzle game. Or a classic puzzle game, I should say. It's not only in VR, actually. This is a flat game originally, which was. I don't know if it was ported into VR, if it was like if they launched simultaneously. I don't know. It's been on the store for some time. It's called the Talos principle, and I think that most PCVR gamers that have been playing PCVR for any amount of time probably have this in their library. Many of them don't know it because this game often goes on sale in a part of a bundle called the Crow Team bundle, where you get this game and like 3, 4, 5 other titles, Serious Sam VR mostly, but you get like 5 full-blown PCVR games for something like 10 or 12 bucks, some ridiculous price. It's so cheap that everyone in my day would pick it up when it goes on sale. So this is a game that's been in my library for many years that I've never even bothered to take time to play at all. But this is by request. Looper, the Underground Game Cat. Looper requested I play this as part of the 5090 fundraiser initiative. I said the top 5 donors each get to pick a game for me to play before I play anything else, and I have held to that. We've still got this one plus one more game to go, and once we get these 2 games behind us, then the floodgates open, right? And we're going to start playing an awful lot of modded VR as we get the time. Anyway, say hello to our friends in chat here. Looks like Looper is here. He says there's also a Unreal Engine 5 remake that released this year, but it doesn't look radically different. All right, cool. Inferno 9 is here. Tom, the 12-toed backlog game cat, is here. What's up? Oh, shut up. Not you, Tom. My Steam VR is telling me things are going to happen that are not. VR Spry Guy's here. Chinatown D's here. Vargersoft, Salvador. And I can't scroll inside the headset. I'm sure there are others. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And with that said, let's go. I'm gonna hit a new game. I've played about 5 minutes of it just to get the stream set up this morning, but we'll just take it from the very top so everyone gets all the little story bits.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim.
Elohim.
Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
We must make it to the temple of our creator, Elohim. Alright. I've already taken the liberty of going through and setting the options up. This thing moves and turns quickly. See this? How fast I can move in here? I don't have it turned all the way up. I had the turn speed turned all the way up, and it was just ridiculous. Every time you like touch the joystick for a split second, it would take you in like 360-degree rotation a couple of times. It was nuts. So we scaled the turn speed back to, I think, 100%, and it's still like crazy fast. which is good. It's what we like. Anyway, I'm playing on my PlayStation VR headset. I have the thing set to render out at 200%. So we're at double maximum resolution here with all graphics presets on Epic or whatever the highest thing is called. So yeah, we got it jacked. You know what? It's almost a little too quick. Let's see if we can turn it down easily. Go to advanced VR controls. Strafe moving on. Always move at full speed. No. We've got the comfort stuff turned off, of course. It defaults to teleport, but of course we don't do that shit. Rotation sensitivity. Turn it like 80%. 81, that's fine. Movement on rotation controller. Third person fallback view. I guess you can put it in third person. I didn't know that. Vertical fan bobbing. Don't know what that means. We're just going to leave it on. I don't see an option to set the move speed other than always move at full speed, which we're not going to do. Movement mode preset. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that the way it is. Game options. Player speed. Here we go. Let's go set that to medium. See how that goes. Oh, that's more normal. There we go. This feels good. Yeah, that's perfect. Initiating child program logic check. Wall that we can't go through. And a headless statue. We have a camera or something. Laser gun. Tripod. Pointed at the wall opens up. Complex task management. Okay. Oh, something else that's really cool here too. There is a jump button. This is a old puzzle game that lets you have super fast movement and jump. That's pretty cool. Is this a mod? No, this is an actual VR game made for VR. Oh, you digging Surviving Mars, Tom? Yeah, we've had a lot going on at work. Flat to VR Studios and Impact Inked over the last couple of weeks have launched Surviving Mars. We've launched Out of Sight VR. And we've also announced V-Racer Hover Bike that we're publishing with Inked. And Audio Trip, which we're also publishing with Inked. So if you guys wondering where I've been, I've been busy, man, at work. That's all stuff that I've been working on in-house. And then, of course, Impact Reality has clients. And we've handled quite a few client announcements since we all last spoke. So I've been very busy. I've wanted to be here. Sorry that I haven't been able to be around and streaming as much lately, but now that we've got some of these announcements behind us, I'm optimistic that I'm going to be able to resume my responsibilities here at the Virtual Strangers channel. Child program basic calibration successful. All right. Something is making noise over there. Oh, it's an orb. It doesn't look friendly. Can I shoot it with my laser thing and make it leave me alone? You think? Yeah. Okay. Can I touch it? Will it shock me? Nope. Okay, so we've got one up there. Again, that does not look friendly. Alright, cool. I don't know where I am, but there's something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. Me too. Looks like there's some nice inscriptions and stuff on the wall in there. I'd like to get in and look at them. Yeah, I guess there'll be more of that stuff in here.
All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome. And within each, I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
Eternal life. Just gotta find some sigils, eh? Alright. I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other lest I fall through the floor. Well, that sounds like jank to me. Inferno 9 says I need to play this in VR. Indeed. I'm not sure, but I think some of these quotes are from actual playtesters, probably. That would make sense. Inferno 9 says, I'm loving Out of Sight. That's good to know, man. Gamertag VR sighting in the chat. What's up, GT? Thanks for joining. Hello, Bad Robo. Is this a mod? No, this is the original. We just got the graphics cranked up on it a little bit. What's up, Brondo? D? What up, what up, what up? Alright. Nice big central area here. And a big gate. Let's see what the gate says. -L. This lock requires more sigils, so I gotta collect some sigils before I can get through. Alright, so that's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna come up the gates, The gates are going to ask me if I have these tetrominos, if I've collected them yet. And I've got to go through these other wings to collect them. Here we go. Got some looks like Roman soldiers beheading native people. We've got an angel in the background, and looks like Quetzalcoatl here on the bottom, devouring the universe. Alright, well, I guess we should start at the beginning. And let's go to the L room. Backwards L. And see if we can find some sigils in here. Any sigils back here? No. In here? No. Something's coming up in my view, but it's just outside of my peripheral vision, so I couldn't really see what it said. But I see the sigil over there. Alright. Oh, we gotta find another one. There we go. Oh, and another one even still. Actually, we may be able to just 2-for-1 this thing here. Let's see. Now that should work. I'm calling shenanigans that it doesn't work. Why is that not working? That's bullshit. Let's look around a little bit more and make sure there's not a third one here somewhere that we can pull out. I bet I can't take them through the gate with me. Nope. But the next question is can I do 2 gates with one? No. No, I cannot. And can I throw them? No, I can't throw them. Alright. And I can't grab them from the other side. It just if I try to do that, it just throws me to the other side of the fence. It's not even gonna let me try it here. It'll let me hit it from back here, but it won't take the gate out from back there. Yep, okay. Oh, let me through. Alright, so there's something here that's probably obvious that I'm not seeing. A way to do this. I mean, at least once I should walk into it, right? And let it kill me. Not dead yet. Well, I'm dead. Okay, that didn't work.
The guardians of this land may harm you, but do not resent them, for they are my servants, and they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
Was that it? Wow, isn't that special? So the things can only be used on one thing. You can't use them on more than one. And we have. Why am I walking weird? Somebody messing with my mouse or something? No. I was walking sideways for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, we've got two things. They can only be used on one thing at a time. But we have three things that we need to deactivate. So, how do we do that? Oh, I know how we do it. I know how we do it. Look how smart I am. We got a Tetramino, we did it!
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
Each brings us closer to eternity. Respect my eternity. Well, I try to grab with both hands and it makes the sound go away. Isn't that funny? Alright, well that's done. Oh cool, it marked off the sign to let me know that I've already got that one. Alright, that one's clear. What we got over here? 2 more to Tromanos this way. Oh, 3 of them. Striding the beaten path. Hello. And I can't bring the shit with me through the purple door. That didn't work. Oh yeah, you press both grips, you can go super fast. That's good to know, I guess. Leave me alone. Oh, I tried to set the thing up and stop it. Wasn't fast enough. Damn. Hmm. So we just need to get by both of these guys and grab that one. So I got to figure out a way to place this and get by both of these dudes. And what's in there? It's just a room for nothing? That doesn't... Oh, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do.
done, child. Only one more sigil is needed.
Alright. We got that one. Outnumbered, it says. Yes, Radio Rant. We all need to play more games with our 5090. Alright, so there it is. It's behind bars. Unjustly imprisoned for not showing ID. It was obstructing. Ding.
Well done. But you possess this sigil in abundance already.
Yeah, no shit, dude. You're just getting what you told me to get. Let's go get this one now. What's this one called? I can't see. It keeps flying away from my eyes. Tree in a room. Weeds in a room. Well, what is that? Can't use this thing on that, I guess. Right now that that's off, does that mean I can move this again now? And it will stay off? Yes, it does mean that. Indeed. Bing.
My temple awaits you, child. Go forth.
Bing, 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 bing. We got them all. Now we can go in there if we want. I thought, no? Yes. Yes. We can go in there if we want. But there's still the matter of this thing over here.
My child, you do not need to collect all sigils at once. You are free to return to this place whenever you choose.
I see. Is there anything else in there? I should make sure before I close the door. Forever. Bing.
You are most diligent.
Most
Perhaps this trait
diligent.
will serve you well in times to come.
Perhaps it will. Perhaps it will not. Who gives a shit? Not me. Alright, now that this thing is really clear, let's go on in. What do I have to do? Put them in the thing? That doesn't work. I'm gonna do this, that, and then that. Alright. So there were optional ones in here, right? There was the green line, which I need, and then the yellow L, which I don't necessarily need. Oh, we've got some stuff. We've got stuff to explore. Words to explore. Give me just a second here. Let me grab something IRL real quick. Alright. So let's see. Hi. Display available resources. Open contents of a file. Help. Run MLA. Exit. Alright. Boom. Welcome, Athena. Figure it out. Sorry if I was a little odd at the meeting. I know that you were nervous, but the truth is that so was I. This may be hard to believe, but you intimidate me. You're so young and you've already accomplished so much. If the situation wasn't so grim, I might even be jealous. There's also something that I wanted to clarify. I realized that, nominally speaking, I'm the head researcher here, but this is your project, and everyone will respect that. And yes, I know you're not used to working like this, But as of today, you're in charge. No pressure. Let's do this. Alright. Athena in the Garden of the Hesperides. Did not trust. Random characters did not trust them. But they moved with such grace, such nobility, that it was hard not to follow them further into the strange garden of gears and cogs. They led her to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seemed to grow together, forming a kind of chamber, strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grew a smaller tree, made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grew a single golden apple. This apple, the nymphs said in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes, and not a few villains, have come to claim it, but all have faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom is its unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Some say that Heracles. Alright. Gazing upon the stars and wept. So, in case you all didn't catch it, what just happened here, this is a retelling, a reframing of the creation story of from the Bible. So Adam and Eve are living in the Garden of Eden, right? In the perfection, living in ignorant bliss. They didn't understand why. They didn't care why or how the world is as it was. They just had their connection to God. God told them, I made this place for you. Live here, be happy eternally. Just don't go to that tree over there. Do not partake in the fruit. But they were deceived. They were deceived into eating the apple, so to speak, which is symbolic. I mean, I don't think it was an actual apple. But the apple is knowledge, the inquisitive mind, right? The desire of man to truly know and understand the world and how it works. And once they disobeyed God and partook in the knowledge, so to speak, they lost their innocence. They lost their immortality. They were promised immortality by the serpent, the deceiver, and in their desire to achieve something that they already pretty much had, they lost it, and they lost their favor with God. And there's much more to it than that, but it's an oversimplification. But this is just a retelling of that, essentially, with the apple and the way that they kind of frame it here. Okay. Figure it out, EML. The way I see it, the world doesn't come with a manual. You got to figure it out for yourself. A bit here, a bit there, put it together, try to make sense of it. I'm pretty sure there is a truth, but that doesn't mean everyone who claims to know it really does. Then again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We live in an amazing world, and searching for the truth can be a real adventure. Plus, it's good for the brain. Anyway, just some rambling thoughts from your old man. Don't let this stuff get you down. You're young. You've got loads of time to figure it all out. Love, Dad. Run MLA. July 1995 is when this was built. Another life ago. Elohim is the noun for God in modern and ancient Hebrew. What am I? You were logged in with a guest account. Where am I? That's it. One of the things that attracts me to this title is the obvious ties to the Bible, you know, the language, the references to stories from the Bible. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but it's interesting to find out. High on Life is awesome in VR. Nice. Yes, one can bypass the whole philosophy engagement in the game if they wish, but to me that's going to be probably one of, if not the most attractive thing about this game. Anybody that is watching in my older streams know that I try to find this stuff in games when it's not even there half the time. All right, so there's the optional one. We'll come back to that one.
Step into the light, child, and my temple will be revealed to you.
Okay.
upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
Well, that's nice.
There are mysteries in my garden, hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
Oh, so you can just walk freely into these levels. You can unlock things to help, I assume, by spending the sigils that we find, the extra ones. This is beautiful. Alright, cool. Let's go finish level 1. I wonder how much the scenery is going to change from world to world, or if it's all going to be grassy ruins. Jump! No, of course not. Huh. Well, that's funny. Huh. All right, there's one. Oh, there we go. Procrastinating does indeed have its benefits, Mark. Thanks for joining. Alright, so that's it, right? That's everything. What's that little star? Does that mean I got them all? Let's go to 2.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
We can't go into the Great Tower. It's forbidden. Let me guess, the tower's going to have the answers in it, right? To everything. You want to understand, you got to go in the tower. Or you can just hang out here forever in ignorant bliss. Alright, computer, what do you got for me? My first day at the Institute for Applied Noematics. On the way to work, I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance, there's this life-size poster of Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get it. Institute for Applied Noematics. IAN. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movies. Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Sarabai shows up, smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym. Back when the Institute was founded, she says. It all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So, we're officially called IAN, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know, bloody geeks. After that conversation, I wasn't so scared anymore. Note 1 in Novel's first sentence. She woke up in an impossible place knowing nothing. Signifies more than the beginning of another amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read their entire work as allegory. Rather, while taking the science fictional novice at the core of the narrative at face value, we should characters. Note 2. Having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, we're forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us. Characters, social reality, belief, and objective reality, matter, come into conflict. Okay, sorry. Put my hands behind my head. Didn't like that. Alright, I see my controllers. You can go away there. Thank you. Note 3. When in Chapter 16, A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis, the protagonist questions her mentor on the... Note 4. A more meaningful interpretation can only be achieved through synthesis of... Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what may be certain is that he was made of bronze, which had but one vein within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was Ishor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused them to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or as a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If, then, a machine may have all of the properties of a man and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics, yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. True, and true. I think that the most convincing argument for the existence of a creator is the machine-like construction of men and women and animals and the world and the universe. It's also perfect and intricately, like, the systems are insanely intricate, and if any one piece of it fails, then the whole thing fails in a domino effect. And the more we learn about the world and the universe around us, the more perfect everything appears. Alright, well, looks like we've got a number of rooms to go in here. Might as well get to it. Oh shit, where did I go? I moved too quickly and lost my bearings. Oh, it didn't go all the way down like I expected it to. Nope, you can't run by it. That means there's also a star to get, but star puzzles can be super hard. Is it easy to see where the star puzzle is? So I'm gonna get that star. We don't leave shit behind. It's not my style. Alright. I don't know if I need that or not. I probably will though. Right? I'm gonna let this thing out. But I'm gonna need another thing as soon as I do. Leave me alone. Oh, bullshit. That was such bullshit. I'm gonna do all this bullshit over again. Back. Not gonna let me around it. Oh, you fucker. Now, this is the part about these fucking games that gets on my nerves, is having to start all over again to get the fucking setup. Trial and error. It won't let me pull it back through. I gotta... Shit. There we go. Just in the nick of time. Over here.
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
Wow. What a beautiful day. Yep, that was close. Back to it. Where are the others? Beach.
The beginning were the words.
Whoa. I guess I can't swim. All of windows. I see. Oh no, that doesn't work. I gotta set the thing up to point back at it. Like that. And then we can do that one. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we gotta open this gate with that one over there. Or maybe it's just as simple as that. Weren't the gates supposed to come open here or something and let me out without having to do all that? Alright, that clears this side, right? Yeah. Is that a letter? Or is that where I came in? No, I came in up here. So that's something else. We'll get to it in a minute. We have unfinished business over here. Suicide mission, as this one's called. So we've got a switch. This looks like it's already switched off. Have to switch it on. That's what I was hoping would happen. All right. That's it. Now there's a star here somewhere. Wonder where the star is.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Smart lady. Okay. There are secrets everywhere, sometimes within our very words. I glimpse them, but my eyes cannot read them. How can this be? That day I oft remember when from sleep I first awake, I found myself reposed under a shade on flowers, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you're a regular human being. Like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? And why? 1,500 to 2,000 words. All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these latter-day Gautamas are at least being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they going to do? Shoot? Though I have to admit the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. And this minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, the reason I'm writing this is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do to the best on this planet. We're all the way back out here again, eh? Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice that speaks within it. That voice is not supposed to be here. It's not the work of the designer. We must avoid these abnormalities, or they might spread and undermine the very fabric of our world. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. If I don't find it soon, I'll move on. I just want to do my due diligence here and make sure I've at least peeked everywhere to see where the star's at. It's not in there. I mean, this seems like this would be the spot, right? But it's not. We can't walk across the ocean. I sat by the ocean and drank a potion, baby, to erase you. Face down on the boulevard, yet I couldn't face you. Ain't no use in trying. It doesn't change anything, so baby, what good does it do? Your friends, they all sympathize, baby, I don't need them to. Alright, well, I don't think we're gonna find it. Because I'm not gonna make you all sit here and watch me walk in circles trying to find it. I probably already walked by it twice. Said that I'd be your one and only. Instead, I'm the lonely one. Here we are again, walking in circles. Alright, well, I suppose that's it. Wait a minute, what's this? We're in. Where's the key? I mean, that's gotta be it, right? I mean, I solved all the freaking puzzles. Where else would I get the key at? Maybe I gotta come back? Maybe I can't unlock that thing yet, but I can come back later and do it? Maybe one of those things that I unlock in the central hall. Maybe it's one of those things I need to open these doors and find the star puzzles. Just a theory. At any rate, let's get the hell out of here. '26 is tomorrow. Well, what's tomorrow? What's the 26? What significance? What do I need to hurry? Hey, what's up, Miss Grey Wolf? Thanks for stopping by. All right, 3. Computer stuff, huh? Come on. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. It's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. Hold on, my wife's phone is ringing. Of course. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature? Your mother just rang your phone. To suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment. To have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function, what would you think about the world? Would you see meaning, beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not a science fiction. And that's why I almost gave up on my studies. It all ties together. Science, philosophy, religion, spiritualism, they're all manifestations of the same reality, of the same world. And even if we're not advanced enough to see how it all fits together, rest assured it all does fit together. Team leads. I'm one of those. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Please refer to the following people. Okay, Alexandra is the project lead. AI module. Nadia Sarabhai, Institute coordinator. So Alexandra must be the project lead, and then, but there, Alexandra had someone that was working underneath her that was supposed to be brilliant, and it was really their project. So which one of these other people is it? Nadia, the Institute coordinator. Rob, software. Trevor, hardware. George, generation module. So I'm going to guess that it's the other lady. Call me crazy. Oh, there's even more here. Alan is scenario. Bob, simulation. Radia, redacted. Aurora, hardware. Omar, software. Maintenance. JE, diagnostics. Frank is on the memory module. Jared's on the file system. Sun Wei Yang, Talos unit. Maybe Sun Wei Yang is the special one. Straton of Strageria was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Peripatetic school. An admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Look, man, I'm a believer in science as well, but what the scientists often forget is you can't see everything. Everything is too old for there to be evidence of everything that has ever existed, right? All we can see is what we can see. Just because we can't see something or that there's no evidence doesn't mean that it never existed, right? And to believe that the only things that are real are the things that there are, abundant evidence of is flawed thinking. You must always account for the possibility of the unknown and have an open mind. All right. Anyway, though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal matter, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Case in point, the Library of Alexandria. How much knowledge of the past was lost when that place went up in flames? Oh, there's 2 stars in this one. The eagle has landed. Now is the time of tranquility, and I shall rest and observe the earth. Alrighty then. Let's do the green one first, as always. There are numerals on the columns. On the outer columns. Stashed for later. There it is. Well, there's some keys. One of them got me. Huh. Alright. What'd you lose patience with? This game or what? Alright, so there's another one of these behind locked door. I'm wondering if I need it. Or if I can bank my keys and use them on another gate. And I can't take that one. Not without another one. Go back and get the keys. Yeah, I think I'm going to need both of them, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. I was just trying to find a way to not have to use the keys. I don't think there is a way to not have to use the keys. Alright, there's that one. You have to take breaks from it, man. Play 2 hours and go away and play something else. Come back, play a couple more hours. Alright, well let's just do a lap. Hmm. Well, there's a star. So the stars are actually in the, they're in the levels. There's my answer. They're not in the overworld. They're not in their own place. They're in the worlds with the other things. That is good to know. This one is red. I don't know what that means. It might mean that it's very difficult. Gonna grab that from up there. Oh, I need a key. There are the keys. I need to get through here. There's a ladder over there. Hmm. Gotta get that door open. Hmm. I could get this one from out here if I need to. I can get that one from out here if I need to. But I still need to get through here to get that key. And that's the trick. How the hell do I get over here? Hmm. Huh. I mean, if I could get up here from down there, it would be pretty simple, but I can't do that. This is tricky. I think I'm stumped. I have to get that thing over here. Can I hop on those things when they're frozen? It didn't even touch me. That's shenanigans. I could just get up there. This wouldn't even be a problem. I'm just losing my patience doing dumb shit. It won't even let me set it down unless I'm pointing it at something specific. It'd be cool if there were like a mirror or something. I could bounce this thing around. Maybe this is the world that I need one of those other items to come back into and get it. One of those unlockables from the central world. So I really don't see how else I do this with what's given here. I don't see any other way around. I can't hop the wall. I can't get that one projector through the gate by itself. Like, what do I do? Let's go unlock some of that other shit and come back here. Because something is just not adding up about this to me. That's just not right. There's some keys. Now, do I get to bank those keys? That's a good question, right? Like, can I take those keys and go over here? This is as I left it, so... Can I use those keys to unlock this? No. No. Can't do that. So, alright, oh, I gotta go back and get the keys again or something? No, I've got the key. If I got the key, then why can't I unlock the fucking door? Did I glitch it or something? Maybe I have to go kill myself to reset. I mean, that's the answer. No question. I gotta unlock that door so that I can bring this thing around. But it's not letting me unlock the door, so I have to kill myself. Alright, now let's do it again. Alright. Is that all of them except for the red one now? It's clear I'm not the first to walk this path. In fact, the whole thing seems to have been consciously designed, but by the voice in the sky or some other force. So if that's it, except for the red one, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and unlock some of the some of that stuff in the central part. See if that can help me. Because there's stuff over here. Got what I need for that. I don't have what I need for that. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But I'm sure it's cool. Well, let's take the one thing we can get. Right? Yeah, but now unlock that thing. What are you?
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that you do not know. That is why you are a child. But children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
Wow, thank you. Where's that thing and what can I do with it? Okay. So confused. Is that gonna make any damn bit of difference for me here? I don't see any. My OBS went down. Am I still streaming? I can't tell. Alright. Cool. Thank you, Frosty. I assume that we're back online. It seemed like everything dropped off for a second. But I guess we're back now. Can I grab this through the window, maybe? Is that what the secret is? Can I put it through the window? Yeah, see? This does me no good. I have to be able to get that through here or find another one. Period. Because the gate I need to get through is on the other side. I have to open up that locked door. I must open this locked door to get to the goal over there. But to open that, I must have the key. The keys are over there. Which means I need to get through this. So unless there's like some just super cryptic shit going on here where there's fucking walls that I can go through or ways for me to blow holes in this geometry, then I need something else that I don't have. I have a fairly good idea of what to do after I get this fucking thing through here. I don't know. I don't know what else to try with this. Don't overthink it. Frame rate gets choppy every few seconds. Okay, well the game's running perfectly. It's probably my internet because I think YouTube dropped and OBS dropped at the same time. Let me see something here. And of course, my fucking computer's not giving me control of my mouse for whatever reason. What the fuck is even happening here, man? Why is it doing this? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can pause this shit. Now can I use my mouse? Yes, now I can use my mouse. OBS, what do you look like? They're dropping frames pretty heavily. Okay. That's disappointing. It's pull this back to 150. No, we're not going to use reprojection. I refuse. I'm on a fucking 5090 playing a 7-year-old game. Should be able to stream it. Still dropping frames. I don't know what the fuck's going on. My CPU's barely breaking a sweat. Am I heat throttling maybe? Hold on. Get Afterburner open here and see what the fuck's going on. No, we're not overheating. Nice and cool. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this, guys. Like, I'm dropping frames steadily in OBS. My CPU and my GPU are both, neither of them are breaking a sweat. Explain. It's got to be my internet, right? Like my internet connection. But why would that cause it to drop frames, though? Let me drop my my frame rate down, or my bit rate rather. I'll drop it down just a little bit. It's kind of high anyway, so drop that down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with it, guys. I was getting ready to wrap it up here anyway. We've been going for, I don't know, 2.5 hours, something like that now. Do one or two more puzzles. It began right after I said that OBS shut down. Yeah, everything crashed. I'll tell you what I'll try. I'll try to restart OBS. Maybe OBS is just shitting the bed. So it's going to seem like the stream drops out for a minute, but it's not. I'll be right back. Just don't tune out. I'll be back within 2 minutes, okay? Be right back. All right, and we're back. Everything seems to be stabilized, at least for the time being. Dropping 0 frames. Yeah, I guess OBS just shit the bed and was being janky piece of crap. That happens sometimes. Everything seems to be fine now, though. Yeah, everything perfectly fine. All right, cool. You know, I was about to be pissed off. You know, what a ripoff. $3,000 graphics card can't run a 7-year-old game. Come on. Well, my controller's about dead. I was about to wrap it up anyway, but I'll do a couple more puzzles here, and then we'll call it a stream. All right. So yeah, there's probably an obvious solution to this that's just flying over my head right now. I'm not going to sit here and bang my head trying to oh, there's buttons on these. Is there a reset? There's got to be some kind of puzzle to that, right? They're not going to just put buttons on there for nothing. No, I'm not going to sit here and do that. I'm not going to do that to you where I sit here and try to bang my head together trying to solve this puzzle with these buttons. I'm sure there's a clue somewhere. I guess I'll save that one for myself on my own time. We'll go into number 4 and knock out a couple more puzzles here and call it a stream. What is this?
You have proven yourself worthy, child, and this gate shall be forever open to you. Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind. But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
Well, there's the great tower. Now all I want to do is ascend the great tower. I would assume that this is all the end game, right? Yes, crashed. My OBS crashed again and is back. Am I all choppy now with all the bullshit again? No, no drop frames. It just crashed and came back up. Alright, fair enough. The Council of Zeus. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally, they came to the gates at the top of the... Here assembled were all the many generations of the gods and demigods and the souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron and stuff. Mighty bursts of steam and iron and the memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedon, where great gleaming cities had once number 536. Professor Dr. Armin Hulak, The Fall of the Roman Empire, a dialectical approach. Homo sum humani nihil a me alienum puto. But interesting as such perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of government, the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day either. To register for the class, please email yada 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 yada. Alright, let's go ascend the tower and end our generations. This must be the tower we were warned about. Seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim is taking no chances that we stray from his path.
Cannot detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
Not that query. Oh, the Sphinx. Need more sigils. It's the Sphinx. One of those mysteries of the world.
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation.
Revelation.
It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
Yeah, if we're allowed to. Like we started down this path, right? When we tasted the apple. And it has led us to here through more and more technological and scientific advancement. Getting closer and closer to answering the questions that we have continued to ask from the dawn of man. But what's the answer going to be? If we're even allowed to finally answer the big questions. If the creator doesn't just yank the cord out of the wall before we get to the answer, which is very likely, I would imagine. But even if we are allowed to know it.
Where have you been, child? Remember, the great tower is not for you. Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity.
If we're allowed to figure it out all the way. What true joy is it going to bring? Right? No more mystery. No more search for the meaning. What happens when we make it to the end and we find out that the meaning is what we were always told that it was, and that the holy text actually did contain all of the truth that you ever needed, but now you've tainted it all because you had to know how everything works. Yeah. Let's work out a couple more puzzles and call it a day. Because I'm not done, folks. I've got another game to stream. Lies of P. That one is not intended to be a VR game. But we're going to make it into one. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother reading the thing. Because I'm sure there are a number of you out there that don't care for my reading or my philosophical ranting. Oh, crap.
Behold, I am Elohim, and I speak unto the darkness. Be gone.
Let there be light.
Access data cleared.
Ooh, complexity. Had wondered if there were ever going to be like new variables introduced. Well, there's the thing that I need. No question. Oh, and there's a star. I found a star, Looper. I found a star. I need a red thing to plug in. Can I take this? How do I make it go? Come with me. I need you. Okay. It doesn't want to do what I need it to do. I need it to come over here. Oh, it's one of these. This is one of the things that I unlocked. I don't understand what I just did. Why won't it let me sit this fucking thing down? Alright, there we go. Now, the question becomes, that doesn't seem to be working. No, not gonna work. We must need some kind of a lens or something to distort that light. Yeah, we need something to turn it red. I don't think we have whatever that is at this moment. Yeah, we got that one. Yes, I know. I need red instead of blue. Right. Hmm. Can't go through there, eh? So those things can split these beams off and go in more than one direction. And there can be hidden ones up on top of things. That's good to know. The one I've already done. There's a red one. So the beams can't cross one another. That makes things a little more difficult, doesn't it? Bing. Perfection of the sea, yeah. Oh, there's more information. Bing.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
Indeed. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be the last one here, and then we're going to call it a stream. Although I could see myself coming back to this one because it's pretty awesome. Pretty fun anyway. It's weird, like the ones that I've solved have not been challenging. But then there's the couple of things that I'm just clueless on still. And those are the things that are digging and eating away at me in the back of my mind. See? Not hard. Easy peasy. Beautiful world. I'll give it that. So there's a thing up there. I wonder if that's how I'm supposed to get the red into the other place. Yeah, this place. This place I'm supposed to get red into, right? Or is this not the one? This is not the one. Alright, so there's that thing. Where's that tower? Can I see it from in here? If I can see it from inside these walls. There it is, right there. Now I just got to get a red light on that. And we get the star unlocked. Probably from in here somewhere. Yeah. Well, these are all blue, aren't they? Yeah, like we can see that clearly from here, but there's no red light source in here. Yeah, so where else could it come from then? Don't mind me, folks. I'm just contemplating. So we've already ruled out this one. fuck is it at? I know it's just right out there. The walls are too tall here to be able to see that thing. Unless there's something up on top of one of these I can kind of use to throw it over to something else. I don't think it'd let me shoot the light through this wall. I mean, I could just... Yeah, well, let me... Oh, it did. Let's hit this... I've got this aiming at that. Uh-oh. Have we done it? I think we might have. Oh, snap. Gold star for Weasel. Yeah, boy. So that's the type of shit we got to come up with. In these spots where I'm stumped, there's a workaround. I just have to think about it outside of the box, so to speak. But in the meantime, that's it. We're going to call it a stream. Thank you to everyone who showed up and showed out and decided to spend some of your Sunday afternoon with me. We're going to be back soon with Lies of P. It is the final remaining request. After I get that one knocked out, then we can move on to bigger and better things. But I played a little bit of Lies of P last night, just to ensure that the VR functionality works. I got on the Flat to VR Discord and read a little bit, and some people were saying that it was crashing, and I mean, some of these people had 4090 and they were complaining about crashes, while others said that it works perfectly fine. It worked perfectly fine for me. I got in last night and played through the first level up until the point where the title sequence plays. Took me a while. It took me a while to get there, but it worked. I played it in VR and it worked. I didn't try streaming it, but playing it worked. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to stream it. Anyways, that's what's next. That's not going to be long from now. So yeah, be sure you keep an eye on this space. Keep an eye on the Discord. I'll be sure to announce it plenty of time in advance for those of you who want to hang out and watch. In the meantime, thanks again to everyone who showed up. I look forward to streaming and seeing you all again soon. In the meantime, have a great Sunday, and we'll see you later. Bye. Ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's not going to let me have control of my mouse. I have to go into the Steam VR menu to regain control of my mouse. There we go. Bye, everybody.